What's up, Magoo?
Man, another day. Glad to be here.
You know, we all should be very happy and very thankful whenever we're able to wake up in the morning. You know, whoever you pray to, thank him because tomorrow is not promised to anybody.
No, it's not, man. I'm a firm believer of that in all my years
Well,
living this earth.
it's good to see you, and today we're going to talk about juice.
Yeah, I heard about that over the weekend. Oh, man. In the entertainment world, it seems like we're losing artists every
Left and
other
right.
week. Like, yeah, left and right. Like, man, my condolences to the Juice World family. Rest in paradise, rest in peace, young king. Is a sad moment. At most, I'm glad he was able to see his 21st birthday.
Right.
He had just turned 21. Now, I think it was the 1st or 2nd of December.
Well, hey, it's your boy WD3. It's my co-host Magoo. You're trending it with the iiTT. And today is a very special report on, we're sad to report about Chicago-based rapper Juice WRLD. He sadly has died at age 21. I know we had did some previews yesterday when we heard the news. I put out a little video just stating for all you iiTT followers that we're going to be talking about Juice WRLD today. And we were happy to be able to live in a time when we was able to experience some of his art and some of his music. Our condolences to his family and to his friends. Don't know if he had any children, but rapper Juice WRLD. Now, I would say this anecdotally. I was it was a couple weeks ago, and I saw a kid walking around, and he was just singing that Juice WRLD song word for word. And, you know, at our age, we kind of think, like, wow, you know?
Kind of like we were back in the day when our parents was on us. Like,
Right.
Is that music?
But, oddly enough,
Actually, it is, though.
I looked deeper into rapper Juice WRLD and some of the history behind that song, Lucid Dreams. That was his biggest hit, what he's known for. And it was a remake of I believe either David Bowie or Billy Idol, one of those type of rockers. It was a remake of their song, and he did a great job. Talented young man. Sad to see him go.
He's a musician through and through. Like, that's the world of the musicians, man. When it comes to that, like I started to say back in our day, you know, our parents were like, man, that's garbage, that's not music. But I've always been tapped into the music world, so I actually like classical to country to Nirvana. I listen to some Blake Shelton. I love music.
Music is good. Music is good music.
Vibration. So it's no different than nowadays they want people want to pretty much point a finger at the new generation of their image and everything.
Right.
We got Prince. He had jeans with his butt cut out.
Right.
So you can tell him nothing about not being manly. He was he was a thug, but he wore buttless jeans and high heels.
Oh, Roger Nelson. All right. Well, we'll get into it. Off of Twitter, it says in memorandum, rapper Juice WRLD has died at age 21. As first reported by TMZ, Jared Anthony Higgins, better known as Juice WRLD, has died at age 21 after suffering a medical emergency at Chicago's Midway Airport. TMZ, the New York Times goes on to say, Juice WRLD, a rising rap star, has died at 21. On hits like Lucid Dreams, he combined a melodic hip-hop instincts with heavy-hearted angst. That's one thing I did notice about Juice WRLD's music. What? hop community. We also were able to chronicle on our last episode some of the troubles that a lot of hip hop artists are getting into, and in this instance, we're mourning the loss of a young man here.
Rest in peace, Juice World. This is some footage of him on a plane before he landed. Man, they keep dying young. That's all I can say. They keep dying young. And you know the crazy thing about the name of this, I was looking at some of his cover art. This was called Legends. This project was called Legends.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's a real touchy subject, but I gotta speak my mind. I'm in the music world or whatnot, and when I first heard of his passing, the first thing I wanted to state was another young legend gone. But then you got all this
right.
Whack 100 stuff in the news about Nipsey not being a legend and this, that, and the other. Man, it's crazy that I held my tongue because
Black folks like to use his drugs in the 30s.
something about if he's not gonna make it to C21, he's gonna overdose. Like it was another one of them moments where an artist foretells their future through their music. It was one of them things like Juice WRLD. That's one of the biggest things that sticks out about his project, that he foretold this.
Now, do we know of Juice WRLD having any beefs or any disagreements with any other rappers?
He just likes to party a lot, and that's what's going on in the Twitter world or the social media world. Is like we really need to stop advocating, let's say, the free use of hard drugs. Because people they idolize it. They're commercializing stuff that's really serious. Like someone. I was talking to someone earlier. Rick Ross used to have seizures due to. Now it's not confirmed if it was due to his use of promethazine or not, but we do know that in the music world, promethazine is linked to a lot of.
And they call that lean.
Yeah. Okay. Now, some people you don't have to take it right then and there to experience these seizures. You could have. Your body could have abused it in the past and come back and get you. I mean, they've had it over a few years.
So lean is known to cause seizures?
Pimp C, like.
Wow, I didn't know that.
The music is really promoting, like,
Yeah. So
it's a cool thing
basically
to do,
promoting death.
Yeah. So. I seen on Twitter, Future had posted earlier that he apologized for introducing lean to Juice WRLD, like making that a part of his.
I saw an interview where Lil Boosie was actually denouncing his former use of lean and things like that. I mean, I would say, guys, don't do everything that everybody else raps about and talks about. Make your own decisions. Make smart decisions. Now, this also goes back to if someone would have contracted this disorder naturally, there are different CBD oils and different cannabis products that decrease the likelihood of seizures. Have you heard of that? Charlotte's Web and other strands like that don't get you high, but it is treatment for seizures.
Not only that, but also the underlining of it is also depression. A lot of artists run towards this party drug,
right,
escape from reality type things. depression. World's gotten a whole lot colder than it was when we were growing up. A
Right.
whole lot more things to deal with. Society is all kind of things coming at people. So the underlying thing to this, I believe, is it is pretty much depression. Because for the most part, I know for many years we've been like calm down. It's not weed's not this, weed not this. But we do know when you're popping pills, you're taking lean, drinking lean, and this and that. There's another thing you're doing while you're taking those things. You're trying to escape some type of thing. You're trying to go to some other type of reality.
Right.
So that being said, depression is the underlying of that. So all I can say is just we all need to be aware of our loved ones in our lives, what they may be going through.
Mm-hmm.
Notice their habits. People have habits for reasons, whether it be even smoking. Smoking's tobacco. That in the end is going to kill you. So look out for your loved ones when it comes to the things that really can affect them. I mean, I know it's their body, but if we're going to weep and cry when they're gone and not doing anything to preserve them being here, then it's all in vain.
So for those who didn't know who Chicago-based rapper Juice WRLD is, I pulled up a little info online just to kind of give you some information on him and just to see who he was. Everybody didn't know who he was. I knew who he was. When he passed, I called you. I was like, man, did you hear about this? I'd like to do something to see if we could get this information out to the people because it did piqued my curiosity on how a 21-year-old man was able to pass from seizures. But we'll pause that. Let's get into a little background on Juice WRLD. Jared Anthony Higgins, according to Wikipedia, born December 2nd, 1998, died December 8th, 2019, known professionally as Juice WRLD, pronounced Juice WRLD. I guess the O was left out in the spelling. Was an American rapper, singer, songwriter, born in Chicago, Illinois. He was best known for his hit single, All Girls Are the Same and Lucid Dreams, which helped him to gain a recording contract with Lil Bibby's Grade A Productions and Interscope Records. All Girls Are the Same and Lucid Dreams acted as a single for Juice WRLD's debut studio album, Goodbye and Good Riddance, in 2018. Which became certified platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America, RIAA. The album enjoyed positive critical reception and contained 3 other singles, Armed and Dangerous, Lean With It, and Wasted, all of which charted on the Billboard Top 100. After collaborating with Future on the mixtape World on Drugs in 2018, Juice WRLD released his second album, Death Race for Love, in 2019, which became his first #1 album on Billboard 200. Now, I would say this because maybe I'm a conspiracy buff. Maybe here in the next couple days, you know how this thing happens with the echo chamber. We start getting more and more info coming in. And what do you anticipate the type of information that's going to come in on maybe who he was affiliated with, some of his background, maybe some conspiracies?
The most only thing that I've seen as far as media trying to smear his name, he said something about he had like 70 pounds of marijuana on his private jet, and that's about it. And the fact that he frequently partied with lean. Other than that, the most chilling thing is that he stated in his lyrics that he's not gonna. He's like C21. I'm an overdose. Like so. There's a lot of that goes on. Like I don't even call that chance. I do believe that musicians are very in tune spiritually, and we report life live from the front line.
Right, and that was the big thing about when we were coming up, the whole NWA movement and things like that, it was so real and so raw and in your face, a lot of people didn't know how to handle it. And what they would say, hey, we're just reporting what's going on in the streets. We're not saying that we're that person. We're saying we're going to bring you the information of what's going on so those who are there can relate.
Musical news.
And those who don't know, well, they're going to learn something. Now, I was just looking at this article in Wikipedia, and it went on and said Higgins had a history, as Juice World, he had a history of drug abuse and spoke openly about his experiences. In 2019, he was living in Los Angeles with his girlfriend, Alexia. The two had met around the time Higgins' music career was starting to launch. On December 8, 2019, Higgins was aboard a private Gulfstream jet flying from Van Nuys Airport in Los Angeles to Midway International Airport in Chicago, where law enforcement officers were waiting for the jet to arrive as they suspected it was carrying guns and drugs. While police were searching the luggage, Higgins began convulsing and going into seizures, after which 2 doses of emergency medication Narcan were administered as opioid overdose was suspected. Okay, so we're getting deeper into this thing and what was going on. According to law enforcement, several members of Higgins' management team aboard the flight reported that Higgins had taken several unknown pills. Prior to the seizures, Higgins was transported to nearby Advocate. Well, he took the unknown pills prior to the seizures. Higgins was transported to nearby Advocate Christ Medical Center in Oaklawn, where he died at age 21. The cause of the seizures and his death are yet to be determined. Police found 3 handguns and 70 pounds of marijuana on the aircraft. I sure hate to see a lot of these different things coming out and being reported as the man passed away. Overkill or no, mentioning the marijuana and the guns.
This is America. They wouldn't have it no other way. Next Mayor Kennedy.
Right. If you were a fan of Juice World, hey, let us know how much you appreciate him. If there's any facts that we didn't bring out that you all know about him, make sure you drop it in the comments section.
Hey, as I stated, didn't mean to cut you off. He's telling you right. We're actually drop a comment like right now. We do this thing live now. So if you want anything, have anything to say it while we're talking. Let's interact. We want to put what you got to say out there. At the same time, also on a note of what you said about the drugs and the opioids and whatnot, as I was stating before, that's man, I didn't know it was that deep. Like, something going on when someone feels they have to take non-prescribed medication to escape, to deal with life. That's an underlying issue. So we collectively, as brothers and sisters to each other, we need to look out for each other and kind of pay attention to the signs and whatnot. I get it. People are grown. Do what you want to do, but if I truly love you, I truly got love for you, hey, I'm gonna look out for your best interest.
Well, I was gonna say that this guy had Juice WRLD had a large management team. He was on top of his game.
People that's eating off other people, you gotta do better. You watching your breadwinners get buried.
Right. So that's just what I was gonna mention. Like, you and I mean, we do this show. We care about this show. If I walked into the studio and I saw you taking some unknown pills, if you were drinking lean, I'd probably pull you to the side and say, man, we got a lot on the line here. We really want to get this information out to the people. You want to play with your health like that? You probably tell me to go fly a kite, but I would have love for you enough to say, hey man, this is I warned you.
God forbid, if I was a demise, you'll be able to wake up. At least I did try.
Right. So
you're not just gonna be out on my post saying rest in peace for nothing. You're gonna be like, I did love enough to try to help. I wish you would listen to me. So that's a whole lot better than the latter.
Not even to mention the fact that this man escaped Chicago, where we know that the gang violence is out of control.
It's not even even expected to see past 21 just without taking drugs. Just regular survival of the streets. Just surviving the city. So, man, like I said, on that note, that it is a deeper underline. It's depression. And on that note, I have a very special video of the week from Tulsa, Oklahoma's own Cuddy Forever. He teamed up with King Spencer to bring you a very special song and visual about people dealing with depression. Let's see, check it out. This week's video of the week.
Video of the week.
Before you walk out to them doors, better put a coat on. These streets is evil and freezing and nobody know. My heart hurting, gotta carry a load on it. Then lost so many to murder, and yeah, that's all she wrote. Gotta take this pain away. There's gotta be some better days, yeah. I asked the Lord, please take this pain away. There's gotta be a better way, yeah. When I was 14, went and bought a gun. Looked at my mom, she said no worries, you know you're still my son. Just take the consequences that come with, you know it ain't no fun. And don't call when you get jammed because I ain't got no funds. Ever since a kid, I knew to play the drums. So musically inclined, I've been the chosen one. But instead I dropped out of school and started chasing ones. Not knowing if I would've stayed in school, I would've been the one. One mistake and it won't be the last. I was broken once before and it wasn't my last. I was broke once before and I was on my last. But I still made a way to stay on rappers' ass. Before you walk out to them doors, better put a coat on. It's cold outside. These streets is evil and freezing and nobody knows. Before you walk out to them doors, better put a coat on. These streets is evil and freezing and nobody knows. My heart hurting, gotta carry a load on it. Then lost so many to murder, and yeah, that's all she wrote. Gotta take this pain away. There's gotta be some better days, yeah. I asked the Lord, please take this pain away. There's gotta be a better way, yeah. 2009, man, I went to jail. I had to hug my mom from a cell, yeah. I swear to never rat and swear to never tell. And everything I do in life, I swear to never fail. They tryna give my brother life, some shit he wasn't aware. I swear that if he was aware, then he wouldn't have failed. My other brother died, I know this shit ain't fair. So I'ma spin them niggas block and I'ma clear the L. Cause I can't sleep at night. Yeah, this feeling, it ain't feeling right. My eyes hurt, feel like I'm losing sight. It's getting dark, feel like I'm losing light. Before you walk out to them doors, better put a coat on. These streets is evil and freezing and nobody knows. My heart hurting, gotta carry a load on it. They lost so many to murder, and yeah, that's all she wrote. Before you walk out to them doors, better put a coat on. These streets is evil and freezing and nobody knows. My heart hurting, gotta carry a load on it. Then lost so many to murder, and yeah, that's all she wrote. Gotta take this pain away. There's gotta be some better days, yeah. I asked the Lord, please take this pain away. There's gotta be a better way, yeah. Before you walk out to them doors, better put a coat on. These streets is evil and freezing and nobody knows. My heart hurting, gotta carry a load on it. Then lost so many to murder, and yeah, that's...
Alright, so welcome back.
Man,
You know,
shouts out to Cuddy Forever. That was a nice little treat. I dig that. I can relate to that.
shout out to little young Cuddy.
Cuddy Forever.
Cuddy Forever, for sure, my bad. Now, I was just researching. I wanted to make sure that we mention other rappers that died in 2019. Nipsey Hussle, Feast Ecta, Kevin Fred. Let me look through this list here. I don't think they show anyone else here, but this is a long list of rappers here in the last that died here in the last few years. You know, hey, let's look out for one another. Let's make sure we make good choices. Thank you for trending it with WD3. It's my co-host Magoo, and we definitely wanted to send our final condolences to Mr. Juice WRLD and to all those who've lost their life in 2019. Love one another.
Man, these niggas got me spinning, T-Lou. You know what I'm saying? This for my niggas right here. Load up your clips, my nigga. It's about to go down, we spinning right now. You know what I'm saying? This thing is real out here in the field. Go.
These chickens dogging me out, man. They bring the dog in me out. Yeah. You know I'm winning from beginning to the ending. When I'm spinning, leave them all no. This is the Microphone Fiend on ItCast. Go check out the All Day Mini Movie by WD3.